my friend. Another protest song. This one is Xenia Rubinos. We're talking about Mexican chef. Now, this song has the same exact motif. We're going to play it right now. We're going to play the E at the 7th fret of the A string. Remember, when we count these, the thinnest string, meaning the smallest, is going to be your E string. The thickest is going to be your E string. The difference betwixt the two are, that's right, I said betwixt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on a 6-string guitar. 6 is going to be your thickest string, biggest girth. And then the tiniest one that has the smallest micrometer, I guess, of metal pressed together against itself, that one's going to be your high E. If you're in tune, E, A, D, G, B, and E, we're going to play this one kind of walking down our... It's called an XL. When you're moving down in half steps, it really is the smallest increment between all notes in the Western ear. The rhythm of this has like a subdivided 16th. Very cool. When we're walking this down, what I would say is learn a couple really cool things on the guitar and then have fun with a looper pedal for experimentation. Yes. When we play our open E and then our middle finger, first finger, third finger, fourth finger, does not matter which finger you play this E with, but whichever way you go, try to see it might have a dyad or a harmony. If we go this way with our ring-a-ding finger, I would probably skip this one as that's a major, and that's not really what this key is. But if we flatten that major third down to a minor third, this becomes a very distinguishable thing in the music. Well, it's called a dyad or a minor third. When we put a pinky up top, we can get a flat 7 if we replace these like so, which is a great trick to know. You could put your third up top and get this really cool chord. And if you're into 90s music, when we're playing this, we're going to be walking this whole thing down. So if you learn this chord, the E minor 7, third finger, first finger, pinky, have a floater. It's good for playing other notes, experiment. And then if you play like this, you'll have your pinky up top, which is great because you'll learn a trick. This finger mutes that top string if you're playing anywhere else than E. Sounds great with E, right? But if you move it down, you kind of get a dissonance. It sounds like a diminish. You don't want that nonsense. So when we're playing something like this, that finger mutes that, and you still get the quality of that chord, which would be an E flat minor 7 or a D sharp minor 7. So long story short, I would just move that down. That is the rhythm. If you want to just play 2 dyads, 2 great ones are to play it just at the 7th fret, skip the 8th, and then at the 9th. This is a 1 and then a 5. Hence, you're not really playing a mediant. There's no middle note to give it a sonority. It doesn't have a major or a minor. It is both at the same time. So the whole idea is if you're moving this down, that's your groove. Now, if you know the song, you know it well. There's a little bit of light rapping and a little bit of singing. It's got a great beat to it. If you're wanting to jam over the top or just be able to play the guitar riff for somebody, that would be that. I would probably walk that down. If you want to do like your E minor and you walk them down in full, that sounds a little bit too full. Doesn't have the same quality. You can maybe think of it like an E minor. And then if we move it in the key, if we're moving down to our note below, we'd have a D. And then if we moved it down, we would have a C. And then we would have our B minor. And that kind of is a feeling for it, but then that wouldn't exhibit half steps now, would it? It would only exhibit the tones that are in the diatonic chord. So if this is something that you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel. Lots more on there. Subscribe. Be a friend, my friend, my friend. If not, I'm sure there's plenty of other stuff out there. If you are going out to protest, be strong, be safe, and use the power. Peacefully protest and make sure you're registered to vote. Aloha.